Good morning. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage, on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. Good morning. I hope you are well. There's so much going on right now, so much weather causing so much damage and tragedy and fear and loss. There's a lot going on in the world, and there's a lot going on in you. And, the title of this video is Unbecoming or Becoming. Where are you in the process? The truth is, you are doing all of it, which can be one really good reason why you're so in upheaval. Even if your life isn't being affected by the weather, by war, by all of that, you are in upheaval because you're reading it all and because you're in the process of shifting and changing. The overarching card came from the mythical goddess tarot. I'm going to turn that light down a little bit so you can see her a little bit. The message here is realization, and all the light in her brain, her head, it's all lit up. And then there's the light coming down from heaven that is feeding this. And that is, it is time to become aware of who you are, what you're doing, and what you came for. It's no longer a time to sit back in a ball in your house, curled up, wishing, hoping, needing, shoulding all over yourself. Good morning, Julia. It is time for you to own the truth of where you are in the process, the fact that you don't get to escape it by just choosing to ignore it. It only makes it a little more challenging and slower. And sometimes the slower is good, but most of the time we want to just get this done because the world needs you to show up. The world needs what you're bringing in. We are the ones that are going to deem how difficult, challenging, painful, hard this big evolution is, this transformation, this shift that the world is going through. Our energy is going out one way or the other. So if you choose to be in this place of fear and powerlessness and hopelessness and all of that, it's going to be longer in the process of this massive change. It's going to be more challenging. It's going to hurt more. We have so much power within our energy fields to be sharing into the world. And there is millions upon millions of us that chose to come in and be the way showers, the light workers, the ones who help people through this. And know that there are so many that did not contract to stay for this. That is what all of this death is about. We're seeing so many suicides, so many losses, unexpected losses right now. And it throws us, and rightly so. I'm not saying you shouldn't be feeling your feelings, but I am saying you want, especially, someone like me who is floating right now, flowing along. Things are good in my life. The ones who don't really have anything on them that is causing them to focus in fear and hatred and all of that, it is time for the us's to start owning our power, step into it, and wake up to the truth of who we are and why we came. The Dreams of Gaia Tarot is the next set that wanted to come in. And the first card coming up is the 10 of Earth. These gorgeous, gorgeous cards. The woman that wrote these or produced these is Raveen Phelan, and I have another deck of hers. In fact, I took it to the readings I did yesterday, and it wasn't the busiest day because it was such a beautiful spring day. People were not coming outside, or were not coming in from outside, but it was good enough. But anyway, the reader and I was showing her my messenger oracle, also by Raveen Phelan, and she was going, "Oh my gosh, the art in this is amazing." I said, "You ought to see her Dreams of Gaia tarot." So we're going to look at the 10 of Earth. And that funny, I put some markers in this book so it'd be easier to find, and then I marked them around the back. A time of reward. Everything is coming together. Move through life with surety. Understand your place and your purpose. It is time now. This realization is in synchronicity with this. It's time for him to own you. It's time to understand you. It's time to become you. It's time to allow what keeps pushing. With this massive change we're being prompted into, are often a lot of physical symptoms. For some, it is heart symptoms. And many of us could be concerned about cardiac issues. And if you are not symptomatic, this is, what we knew on the cardiac floor. You don't treat the rhythm, you treat the patient. If you're not having chest pain, dizziness, sweating, weakness, if none of those are true, tune in because it's a heart opening. It can feel a bit like anxiety. It's different than heartbreak. Heartbreak is a great heaviness in our heart space. So, what is it that is going on with you physically? Can be dizziness. Cardiac can have dizziness, but the cardiac dizziness will not let up. The dizziness that comes with the shifting you will kind of come and go. The palpitations, where all of a sudden you'll be aware of your heartbeat, or it'll spin up, or it'll feel like it's flopping in your chest. Heart activation is huge right now because the we that came in to be the light in all of this darkness and change want to do this from the heart space. So it is being opened. We are being prompted to go inward to the heart space and open it up and bring love into the world. That's the first and the easiest step. The next step is the 5 of air. Look at that beautiful card. We've had this recently too. And this 5 of air came up right. The 10 of earth came in reverse. The 5 of air, a conflict between reality and belief. And that's enough on that one. What are you believing because of whatever you're being told? And what is the reality that you're living? I have many friends who are in a panic about Social Security right now. Other than there being some lines at the Social Security office or wait times on the calls, they will call you back because I had to call them recently. And they will put you in a queue. And it was a few hours, but it was resolved for me quickly. The reality is no one has been shorted the Social Security they rightly deserve. We do have a time span where we need, especially if you've made a change in a bank account, you may have to go down to the Social Security office to prove that this is you and that happened with you. And that's good. We want the fraud to stop. We don't want to be paying people that either are no longer alive or are getting it fraudulently in another way. And so, with any great change comes some casualties. And sometimes we are the casualty. Most of the time we are not. And yet we're focused on it could happen. Any number of things could happen, but they haven't. Again, the sky could fall, Chicken Little, and yet nothing really happened. Don't let your emotions be hijacked. Get into what is true for you, real versus belief. Get into you. Again, what I've said so many times, it's all about you. You can't do this work for anybody else, and they cannot do your work for you. And a lot of times, and right now, inward is very much where we're being prompted to go. And that's okay. We need to do our inner work, our healing work first, and then we can consider the outer world. The next that came up was the 5 of earth. And this is being a good example. This is, we'll read here, 3, the 6 of earth. Did I say a 6 of earth? Responsibility and duty to family, Give love, care, and support. Lead by example. A time of sharing. This is a time for you to be stepping into your power and sharing out into the world the truth. Getting into nature is another aspect of this card. And, people talk about, oh boy, Mother Earth is pissed. It's like she doesn't have those kind of emotions. She is in adjustment to what has happened and what she's taken in. She is adjusting to return to her balance. Sometimes it is painful for us humans, but that emotion of her being pissed, same as God being pissed, it's like you have a job that you came in to do. You have things you wanted to create here, wanted to become. And when you're not in that vein, it's very uncomfortable and it's very ill at ease within us. And the reason it's uncomfortable is it is trying to work us back into God, creator of the universe. That is why being open, willing, and ready to let go of what is not true, to let go of what it does not serve you, and to embrace what is your truth. And this morning, as I was actually preparing tea water, and I just looked around my kitchen, and, one of my big themes in this life that has been one of them, the work that I've had to do is about prosperity versus poverty, and riches versus poor. I mean, and I've been very poor at times in my life. And by many standards, people would think I still am, but I have such abundance in so many areas. That's my choice to focus on. I am still working to release those things that are standing in the way. I don't want, well, I was going to say, I don't want a Mercedes. I have a Mercedes. She's a 1983. I married a very talented man. We bought her with a blown engine. He put a new engine in it. And she is what we call our town car. She's just a glorious little car. And she was my everyday car for quite some time. But I digress. I have so much abundance, but I can choose to focus on everything I don't have. And a lot of my subconscious and programming is from a level of poverty and lack. And I am still working through what it is I came to process and let go of and learn from this lifetime. We all have a couple of big themes that, we have lots of little ones along the way that are associated with those big themes. But the two big ones, I mean, I have two. One of them is pretty much resolving itself, which is lovely. The other one, and I'm still learning. And I realized just a couple of days ago that, about 12 or 9 years ago. Well, it wasn't 12. It was probably 9 or 10 years ago. I was in the same position I'm in right now. It's like, are you kidding me? Okay. Apparently, there is more for me to learn here. I could be curled up in a ball, sniveling, whining, crying. There's a little bit I do of that here and there when I get very frustrated. But for the most part, I'm open, willing, ready. You show me what it is, this next layer that needs to leave, because most of what we deal with went in different layers. And so it's not all going to come out at once. This next card is the Six of Fire. And it came up in reverse. It's just gorgeous. And these cards are just so gorgeous. So let's find out what the Six of Fire wants to tell us. Resolution is needed. Communication and diplomacy required. I'm open, willing, and ready. You show me. Be willing to make concessions. Be willing to accept some of the things that you thought are not true about you that are true about you. It is stepping into the deep truth of who you really are. And sometimes that's a really wonderful, powerful thing that we're afraid to own. One of the things that has come to me over and over when I've done some journeys, one of them was hiking in the mountains. And I think I told you about the signs God gives me, which are variations of the signs that I asked for. And I'm not a huge person that goes, all right, I'm not a huge person for saying, give me a sign for this. But a couple of times I'm having this conversation and I've gotten the message a few times, you need to understand your power. It's like, all right, I'm willing to understand my power. And so show me. And God screws with me because God has the sense of humor that I have. God will give me a version that is very close to what I asked, but not exactly. And recently, and this happened a while ago, but recently I really started to understand the healing power I have that is sometimes really too intense for the hands on work that I do for some people. And so I can do distance healing with them. Sometimes I can only shed the healing light on them and the love, because there is so much power that I've chosen to bring through from my past, the healer that I have been before. White buffalo calf woman is one of those healers. Buddha is another energy I bring through, and that's all about balance, the middle way, understanding that this side and this side neither are right. We want to come closer to the center in our beliefs, in our practices, in our choices. Balance and the middle way. And that, of course, is what Mother Earth teaches us all the time. So getting out and communing in earth, with earth. If you live in a big city, go into a floral shop, just hang out and look at the plants and flowers, get to a park, do those things that produce in you that more balanced energy. And as you go in or over to, be open, willing, and ready for Mother Earth, who is so gracious, to help heal what needs to come into balance for you. And the last card that came up was Death and Rebirth. And she came up in reverse. So we're going to read on that one too. The Death and Rebirth card symbolizes cycles and change. Death, rebirth is the death of the old and the birthing of the new. It is time to let go of the past and turn to face a new and unknown future with the awareness that there is no going back. So the title of this is Unbecoming or Becoming. You are doing both as you let go of past self-beliefs, past patterns, past physical maladies that you think are unhealable because modern medicine has said, oh yeah, you can't heal that. It very much becomes an inside job. We are nothing but energy, and energy and cells repair consciously if we direct that. If we go into the belief that, okay, if every 90 days every cell in my body is new, I'm bringing in new cells of whatever health related thing you need. The other aspect is very physical things will come to help you regain that physical health. You'll hear of an energy healer. You'll hear of a physical modality that will help bring you back into alignment. You'll hear of products, natural things that you can take in, put on, whatever. And those will help too, because you are all things. And then that constant, I'm chuckling because Metatron is here. There is great heat, and Metatron wants you to know that you are powerful AF. They need permission. Your guides, angels, companions, that's what that open, willing, ready mantra is about. And they will gladly step in to help guide you into what is true for you, what you are not seeing, what is standing in your way, so that you can choose to let it go. Or they will open your eyes to the who that can come in and help you. I do energy sessions, healing sessions, discovery sessions all over the world this way. And that is a powerful thing. You don't have to hope you find one that you need to be in person with. But if that's how you choose to do it, if you live close enough, I do that as well. But there is a person in your area. I'm open, willing, ready. Guide me to that person that can help help me move forward. I've been a nurse for a long time. I've known about physical therapy, but I don't know, I think it was August, I went, okay, it's now time to do physical therapy for balance and strengthening. Actually, started for pain and strengthening, because I had become very imbalanced and weak because of the imbalance. And it's like, I'm pretty sure they can help me, but I had no idea what they were going to do. That was like, oh my gosh, this is so helpful. And so I am so much stronger. And then Creator brought to me the wacky hip thing that I whined about initially. And then 3 days later realized when that hip did its painful thing, I lost all the neck pain I had. I lost the low back to touch pain. I lost the pain over my foot. It had to go back to where an injury 12 years ago had brought it out of alignment. And then I said, sorry, God, that I was so angry and so mean. Trust me, God can take it. I call it God. You don't have to call it God. They do not care what you call them. It is that you call them. It is time. The world needs you to show up. It is time for you to heal. It is time for you to shift. It is time for you to become. So you are unbecoming and becoming at the same time, and it's a ride. Know that you will probably feel heart opening. Know that you may feel a little dizziness. Know that you may feel wonky things in your body, and know that things will come if you are ready to stand in your divine energetic power. And I'm here for you if you are ready for that. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. Until we meet again.